therapist told me, play dumb and you'll know exactly who is cut from what cloth, who's a ride or die, who has the same energy as you, and who is a fake scammer in your circle in the name of friends, because most of them are frenemies. Most of the family members that you have when you play dumb, you'll see their true colors because they think you're a pushover. They don't see you as a threat when you play dumb, because unfortunately people see what's on face value. And yes, when you actually call out their bluff, they think, oh my god, this person was playing dumb but actually played us and was fake. They still see that you are fake, but they don't really accept the fact that they are scammers, they are cheaters, they are liars who are here to sabotage you. So playing dumb really helps you. But playing dumb also means that you bite your ego, you let people push you around until you fight back. Being quiet when you are in a room full of players, scammers, and you play dumb because you know exactly who you're surrounding yourself with. And many other times when we grow up, we get involved and we get carried away with people who do not have the best intentions for us anyways. But they stick with you as long as you play dumb because they will not harm you, so you think. And as soon as you see how evil one person is, how evil your friend is, how evil that lover, that family member is, you walk out. But when you play dumb, you know exactly what is going to follow when you leave their life, because now you will be the one to be attacked. Sit down and ask yourself right now, how many times have you felt a setup energy? You know this friend of yours is trifling. You know she or he is a WHORE and she has a whole man at home. He has a whole woman at home, maybe not. But all they think about is, how do I set this man up? How do I set this woman up? How do I dig into his pocket? How do I get into her pants? And all they do is sex, sex, sex in every area code. I used to have a friend, without giving out her name, she asked me out for dinner. And in that dinner, she used to constantly ask about my ex-man who I was trying to work things out with. Turns out, she was looking my ex-man on LinkedIn, her and her boyfriend, and they both came up with a scheme to steal my ex because he was rich. And this woman and this man probably wanted to sleep with him because he was good looking. And me, on the other hand, played dumb. So I went to dinner with her. And there I saw a bunch of females and males coming in and out around our table, staring down at me. Because what was she trying to do? She was trying to create a clone of me to send to my ex. Because if she can't sleep with my ex-man, because he wouldn't look at her twice, they would send somebody to him so then he could lose his way, lose his mind and his heart. And I don't know what happened there. But at the end of the day, I exactly knew who this woman is because I knew what she did with the ex. I knew what she was doing with her man. And I know what she was doing to me because I've seen her do evil things to her own friends and people who she knew, and her standard was below the ground level. She would FUCK anything that walks, anyone who came up to her. And the way she looked, and the man that she backed was amazing because she was player. And she backed him how? Because she set people up. And her circle was filled with scammers, liars, prostitution even. And I am over here trying to be friends with this woman because I saw her good heart, because somewhere I thought, she's younger than me, let me be around her. And she wasn't close or anything. We became friends during COVID because this woman was at a park somewhere. But turns out this woman had a lot of ties with people that I used to know in my past before I had awakened and before I had taken celibacy seriously. And therefore, when shit hit the fan 4 years after, now I realize how I got set up. So this video may just help you, because if you sense a sense of being set up by a woman or man, just play dumb. Go along with it. However long you can go along with it, go along with it. Because if you ever confront somebody who's setting you up, they will deny it. And these people are con men, they're con women. They may have a 9 to 5, so they say, who knows if she really had a job, women. But at the end of the day, I know that I got set up by this woman, and this woman kept my name in her mouth. Even after years, I exited her life. And those couple years that I was in her life, I never was fully attached to her. But I guess somewhere, somehow, she called me her close friend, but I wasn't. When you're nice to people, everybody thinks that you're friends with them. I exactly know what she does. Her lifestyle was below the belt. I would never get involved with that. And there were some parties that she involved me with, and one of those parties, a guy said, I can change your life. Bruh, I don't need you to change my life. But at the end of the day, they take that as an attack because they think, oh, she hung out with me for so long and now suddenly she stopped. She thinks she's too good. So she ruined me. The setup energy is when people try to set you up even after you leave their life. And this woman came in and out of my life once I walked out by saying, hey, how are you? Hi, how are you? Every time I unfriended her and a man, suddenly they used to message me, why did you unfriend me? Little do I realize now that they were stalking me. They were teaching somebody to be exactly like me, to then use everything that they can through me. And this woman has the audacity to befriend people, to sex men and women who are not even touched, and then go and tell the whole world a false narrative. Why? Because she played soccer with a bunch of guys, and I messed around with one guy from that group that I regret to date. Because I was getting out of a relationship and I wasn't taking celibacy seriously. And this man is an embarrassment physically, emotionally, spiritually, and he's a definite scammer. And this woman got involved with these men. And I didn't look at one single man other than him. And this guy was just for one night. And when I found a man that I wanted to settle down after 3-4 years, she has the audacity to tell him, oh, this woman is a whore that you're with, when she herself has slept with the entire basketball, football team. And how did I find a good man, so I thought? It's because I went into a celibacy journey. Eventually, I thought I had to bring changes in my life and I had to move on with my life and do better. You as individuals want to change your life a lot because when things go down in your life, we all lose our way and we find our way back. And when we find our way back, it's very natural for us to change the people that we hang with, to not do the things that we're supposed to do with certain people. And that means we change our circle because people grow. You're not the same that you were in 2023, in 2022, in 2021, and so on and so forth. So people come and go out of your life, and throughout my life, I've always had friends, families who walked in and out other than my parents, and I really don't give a shit who leaves. But here I was playing dumb, so people thought I am this naive, stupid little girl. But setup energy is when people cannot stand the fact that you're leveling up, and when you are leveling up, people who want to set you up all your life, and most of them are the closest people of your life because you will believe them even after you leave. Because we ignore intuition, we ignore the red flags because we think, nah, she won't do that to me, nah, he won't do that to me. So you start to trust him. But there will be a voice behind your mind saying, do not trust this woman. I had so many friends who told me, like, I don't trust that girl. I still stuck with her, dumb me. And later on I realized that she tried to weave connections from friend of a friend, and they all created a web because I cut them all off. And all of them started having a narrative, I don't know, for 1-2 years now, saying random lies about me which the world thought was true until I started to speak up. Because when I started to speak up, the veil started to lift and people started getting exposed. So when you get set up by people, and by now you know that people are having false narratives in their mouths because these are ex-people, ex-friends, whatever, you start to speak up. And when you don't shut your mouth and when you expose these people, the lies get worse. Their tactics get worse. They start using the first thing, social media. Second most important thing, your sexuality. I saw her there, I saw him there, she did this. Fake messages, fake receipts, Photoshop, everything. Hell, she did that with her ex and she distributed it everywhere. She had a sex tape she distributed everywhere and she didn't care about it. So I knew that this woman is gonna be a problem, but least did I expect down the line in a few years, she'll call me what she was, and today I want to expose her and she knows exactly who she is. So shut the f up and keep my name out of your mouth. And this is the woman I used to pray for at one point of life. So I just thought that how evil these women, these men can be. So I played their own game with them. I was extremely nice with them even after I left their life. I just said, I need some time for my own self because I was getting over a breakup. Her idea was to talk about my man, to tell me, oh, I'm here for you, while she wanted to sleep with him. Or while she wanted her friends to sleep with him so they can steal and rob him. Can you believe that? And unfortunately, these people think, what's her proof? I know. And unfortunately, I got attached to these type of clowns. And yes, when we are hurting, when we are going through something in our life, we tend to get attached with these people when we know they're trying to set us up. And therefore, we end up being vulnerable with these people. Eventually, when you realize your vulnerability was the reason for them to set you up so easily, because they thought they can wrap you around their little games, use you as a pawn, use your information, do whatever the hell that they can to use and abuse everything based on your name, your identity. So the world thinks it's you while they attack from the shadows. But when you catch on and you start speaking up, the game, the setup gets worse, because now you have boundaries. And when you are seen in public with these people, for as long you had, the world already thinks that you both and you are a clique. Little do people know that you've walked away from her life, from his life, because they keep your name in their mouths. They tell the whole world, oh, I know everything about her. Come to me, ask me. Same with men. And therefore, if you don't have a partner, if you don't have a family or friends who got your back, who won't get carried away by scammers like this, because these scammers will reach out to your closest people, especially to your partner. So at this point, it really matters. If you're single, it will reach your people, and those people need to come and have your back, because if they don't, then you need to again excuse yourself, because every time you walk out on a setup energy, just be sure that you will be attacked eventually by the same people in a worse way. It all comes to you about who you get yourself involved with. But many a times, people don't show you their true colors until and unless you play dumb. Because when you play dumb, you're not a threat. When you're not a threat, people show you exactly who they are. So you know, like I said, what's their capacity to harm you. And when you leave their life, you leave with all their secrets. But one thing they don't understand is people like you and I respect privacy, and people like you and I don't have the time to waste time over people that we've left behind because of their low-level behavior. So we don't keep their names in our mouths because it's embarrassing anyways. If anything, I never want the world to know that I ever was connected to those people. Here I am with my name in their mouth. You know what's so embarrassing? When you don't even deal with those type of people, because you are connected with that one human being who is going to be a downfall. And you playing dumb comes with a price. Because by playing dumb, you see the truth. You see black and white. There's no harm in playing dumb, because you are saving yourself. You're not playing dumb and taking advantage of those people like they are. But they take advantage of good people, and you see that. So you continue to be good to people. You continue to be a good human who is here to try to teach them, to try to help them in any way possible without getting involved in their lifestyle. But when they turn around and mess you up for no reason, that's when you walk out. Many a times I will always advise my people, and a lesson for life, I will not even get involved with people anymore who are into shit like that. But unfortunately, you don't know who you invite in your life. For me, it was a random stranger that I became friends with, and I don't know what she carried. So you should know, if you're being friends with somebody, you can't just be open and welcoming with everybody. Play dumb, and if they want to call you fake, let them, because they're scammers anyway. You know who you should stay with and who you should love fully, give fully, and call a friend, call a lover, call somebody that you can finally build a home with emotionally first. And if this is a lover, you can finally save your heart and trust this person enough to have your back, because you know when you play dumb who truly genuinely loves you, values you, because you've always valued them. You've never played them. Even if they were involved in some low-level shit, that's their choices. But you always thought that my presence may help him, may help her to just do things differently. And if they ever asked you for any kind of advice, you always kept it 100 with them. You never lied to them about yourself. But you just played dumb about knowing everything that she's doing and saying behind your back. Because people come in and out of your life, and you've always been that way. If you want to leave, leave. And if you want to leave their life, because you know exactly what they're capable of. You know exactly who they hang with. You exactly know who's her best friend, who's his best friend, and what they're doing with each other. So what's her loyalty? What's his loyalty? Do they have any integrity? And why would you want to stay with those people? And honestly, when you want to protect yourself and when you don't come from a background like that, from a brought up say like that, you've always lived your life rightfully, purposefully, and yes, we all lose our way and find our way back, and that's what life teaches us. So we in life become friends, lovers with a lot of low lives, but eventually you want to be better, and you are being better right now. But right now, as you're being better, you're not running your mouth over people that you used to know. You probably don't even remember their last name, and soon enough you'll forget their first name too. I hope so. I don't remember them. But unfortunately, they will then attack you because these people know you, because they know where you work, where you live. They will send these lowlifes to where you live. I've had a lowlife as my neighbor who was Airbnb, was recording my home to attack me or to torture me. And they thought I wouldn't know. All these dirty, dirty, dirty men who I would not even hire as a house help wants to come around and tell the entire world, oh, I slept with her. She's been over at my house day in, day out, when I don't even know of their existence. Women want to message my work with their actual name and do an identity theft. Literally messaged work to change my banking details. Called my work 1,000 times under Michelle or something. They thought I don't know all this. Of course I took it to the cops. Of course I let the company know. But these are the type of people who you once called friends, who you once called family, who will do everything in their power to get you fired, who will do everything in their power to steal you, hell, to murder you. The torture that I went through mentally, especially when I was fully going through a heartbreak because I loved this guy. So the torture that I went through because I was speaking my truth about people and my life experiences, because at the end of the day, there are few people like us who are here who speak up. Little do these people know that I was always a nerd growing up. I always did extempore speeches. Hell, I'm a journalism's major. What are you? And I'm asking you directly, who are you? So these people ruined my mental capacity to live, to breathe freely. And this was when that woman knows I was going through depression because I had lost a very important person in my life who I loved. But little do I know, who did this person believe? These people were all behind it, filling his ears, along with his own people. And I lost somebody who was so important over a scammer who I called a friend. Oh. So at the end of the day, when we play dumb, we're gonna have to be ready for everything that will bring with it. Because once you get involved in bad company, and once you get involved with bad people and they know that you are of a very higher class, but you are pretending like you don't know and you're mixing around with them, when you leave, they won't let you go. Because normal people let people go. You know, normal people will just know that, okay, we didn't work out as friends, family, whatever. I wish you well and bye. Whatever you do, you do. Whatever I do, I do. And we go separate ways. But unfortunately, when your light is too bright, you get involved with really dark-spirited people, demonic people as well. And these demonic people are everything that a low-level woman, a low-level guy would do. And when that happens, you learn the hard way because they hijack your family, your friends, your lovers, and everything. Honestly, at this point, I hope you have a relationship with God, because God will show you exactly what these people are doing behind your back. But more so, who is in your corner? Who has been in your corner? Are these people getting brainwashed by all the lies coming out of these people? Because these people will make it so believable, man. And thanks to fucking technology, anybody can replace anybody's face and bodies, make fake messages and send out. Are your people talking to you? Are your people bringing the receipts to you like you would? Hey, this is what I got. Is this true? Or instead, are they also joining them and now they're not too? So you start losing people little by little and they keep joining them. And your life goes to shit. But one thing that comes out of it is when you cut them off, when you find the power, you're not afraid standing alone. It may take you some time to see the truth, for the world to see the truth. And when you finally speak up, you will be called fake, phony, and all of that. Because these people are in herds. These people are scammers who know scammers. And these are people who scam your people and make them their people, if you know what I mean. And if your people then run their mouths on you, they get even more stronger. So their confidence builds up. God allows them. God gives them some victories so that God can put them on a pedestal so the world watches them when they come down. Because the truth always comes out. So you stand in your truth. You stand in your power. Because when you stand in your power, and I'm talking to those people who don't have bad karma on them, but God will have your back. When God has your back, watch these criminals crash down. Nobody cares if this woman, this man was once your friend, your lover, a stranger for the most part. But God sees intentions. At the end of the day, these people are so in the 3D, they forget who is above them. And God shows them the fact as who is above them. And you over here with your single self or with the little people who are on your side, and you do your thing, you keep your head down and you just let dogs bark in the background, and you know a lot of shit is happening. But when you come out in the scene and open your damn mouth, they all will shut up. And if they don't shut up, God will make sure that they have a muzzle on their mouths. And if they don't, best believe, watch them crash and burn. Because when their time is up, their time is up. Because you didn't hurt nobody. So why the hell do you deserve that shit? There's one thing you need to remember: if you're stressing out about being scammed and played by a person who you played dumb with and it's getting out of control, let them enjoy it. Let them keep talking. But you don't lose your truth. You don't stop fighting for your truth. You don't stop fighting for your name. Because when you start to have your own back, even that means you standing alone, people will see the truth eventually. Because at the end of the day, the truth will always prevail. Because what's beyond truth? Don't you have proof? Don't you have the receipts? And therefore you'll notice these people will never come to your face and say all these things because they know it's a lie. But one thing I'll tell you, gossip dies when it hits wise ears, like the popular saying goes. And dumb people, low-level people, gossip with each other. So let them. And eventually, when you expose these people who've set everyone up all their life, their entire life is about using and abusing people. It's like they can't buy their own meals and they want a man to buy their meals. It's like he always needs a constant gratification by a woman because he can't be by himself. And if a woman says no to him, he wants to catch an attitude and tell the entire world of how you are chasing that man. Is he even your type? And will you even give him a second look? Ew. So yeah, I've been victim of all this. I don't mean to be rude. I don't need to make videos about myself, but I like to teach. And I will always teach. And I will always tell my people how to identify fakes. Even if she's your friend, he's your friend, play dumb, but get the hell out and expose them before they ruin you. And if they've managed to ruin certain parts of you, your reputation, your name, your identity, your job, your daily life, just know God exists. And if you're innocent, good people, and if you're God's people, watch how He rains on them. Watch how every day it'll get worse. And so I pray for me especially, and for my people, I return and rebuke you. So you finally know exactly how it feels to hurt innocent people. Be good people and stop scamming people. So let us play dumb. We are not fake, but we'll expose you. I love you.